What's going on, guys? Striker here, and today I'm going to be talking about H1Z1. Now, if you don't know, H1Z1 is a survival-based horror game, I guess you could call it. And basically, what you do is you go around this area, and this area has got multiple towns and multiple gas stations and stops and everything, and it's really in-depth and everything. But basically what you do is you go around, you can fight zombies, you have to collect bullets and everything, you can collect resources, and it sounds really fun. And don't get me wrong, it was really fun whenever I first got it. So what I'm going to be doing today is I'm going to be talking about why the game is so bad and what made it so bad. So to start, I'm going to talk about my experience with it. So in September of 2015, I bought the game, and I only bought it to play with my friends because I didn't even know about the game, other than whenever Vanos played it a couple months before, and honestly the game didn't look too intriguing, but my friends, they were like, oh, you should totally buy it, it's so much fun. And I mean, I honestly didn't care because I had just gotten my PC, I wanted some more games, and I mean, hey, I figured why not. So I got the game and I started playing and everything, and I'm not gonna lie, I had some fun with it for the first, I'd say maybe 2 months, and then I just kind of stopped playing it because my friends stopped playing it. And honestly, the game gets really boring if you're playing on your own. It's one of those games where it's only fun if you play with your friends. But mainly the reason I stopped playing it was because of how stupidly glitchy and terrible the game is. So it came out in, I believe, January of 2015, and whenever it came out, it was an early access game, so everyone knew that the game was going to be shit. But they were expecting Daybreak, the developers of the game, to make it better and continue to update it and everything. And not too long after the game came out, they started bringing in cases, which, like CSGO, gets you skins and taunts and stuff like that for your character that you can wear in-game. And don't get me wrong, those are cool and everything, but they destroyed the game, because whenever Daybreak brought in those cases, that was the very moment they realized that all this game was a gigantic money-making machine. Because within the past 3 months, they have released 3 cases, which is outrageous in my opinion and many people's opinion, because it just shows that all they want to do is get money. Because not only that, there's also a separate game mode that came with the game whenever I got it. So there's Just Survive, which is basically survival, and then there's Battle Royale, which is now named King of the Kill. And what you do in that one is you and a whole bunch of other players parachute into the area with a bunch of cities and everything, and you go to the landmarks or whatever, and you get guns and everything, you can get cars, and it's basically a free-for-all, fight to the death, see who can live the longest or whatever. And I suck at that, and I know a lot of people who suck at that, and whenever they realized what they could do with the cases and how they could make so much money, I guarantee you one of the people thought to themselves, oh, well, hey, since people are stupid enough to buy the cases, we should probably split the game modes. So, instead of H1Z1 being $20 for Just Survive and for King of the Kill, now it's $20 for Just Survive and $20 for King of the Kill, if you want it. And even then, they're separated. So, I mean, they straight up only did that to get money. There's no reason they did that in any other way, for any other thing other than just to get more money. So that happened, and the entire community was outraged. Nobody was happy about it, and honestly, I can see why. It's just a waste of time. Not time, but it's a waste of money to go and spend $20 on something that you probably won't ever play, and then $20 on something you're going to play for about a month and then end up hating if you don't have the patience to play it. Now, I myself bought it before the split, so I have both game modes, and as of right now, I have got what I believe is 171 hours on Just Survive and 64 hours on King of the Kill. Now, I have played so much Just Survive recently only because my friends have asked me repeatedly just to get on and play it with them, and honestly, I don't mind if I have my friends on. But even then, it's a stretch to get me on that game because I cannot stand playing it because it is so broken. So not only has Daybreak straight up gone the money grabbing scheme and just separated everything and put out multiple cases, they have also neglected the game because it is virtually the exact same game as it was whenever it first came out. There is no graphics update. There is no... Well, there's a vehicle update, but even then, the vehicles are still fucking glitchy as hell. The terrain around it, if you're not on a road and you're trying to drive a car on like the dirt and everything, you better be damn careful, because if you don't, that fucking truck or that off-roader or that police car or that ATV, whatever you're driving, will most likely flip, because the terrain is so bumpy and everything, and Daybreak is just too retarded to realize that they need to level out the ground, because the only thing that works on the off-road terrain is the off-roader, but even then, that doesn't really work too well either. So, it's kind of like you can only drive on the roads, but even then, you still can't, because a couple days ago, I was driving an ATV, and I was driving minding my own business, and I was on the road, and out of nowhere, my ATV does a front flip because there's a glitch in the road. There was a bug, and I could not get my ATV to flip back over, so I ended up losing my ATV. Now, I understand that it's in early access and that it is a game that needs to take time to develop and get better and everything, but the problem is that it's been in early access for nearly a year now, and not a single thing has changed. There is the deer and the bears and the wolves and all the other animals are glitchy as hell. The wolves can kill you in no time, the bears can kill you in no time, and the deer run for no reason, so it's virtually impossible to get venison or deer meat. And the only way you can really kill them is with guns, a bow and arrow, or a car. And even then, it's hard with the bow and arrows because the bullet drop, or the arrow drop, I guess you should call it, on the bow and arrow is insane. Like, it'll start dropping before it even gets 5 feet away from your character. It's outrageously stupid. So, as of now, we have got a game developing company who only wants money. We have got a game that is so glitchy that it's almost unplayable. And we have also got a game company that is trying to push out a new map without even fixing the first one. Yeah, that's right. Daybreak is pushing out a new map, a Z2 map, that looks terrible. It looks ugly as hell. And they are trying to push it out without even fixing the other map. So, I watched a stream a couple days ago where they were showing off the new map and everything, and don't get me wrong, the map looks cool, like, it's a cool idea, but everything in it looks like garbage. The buildings look like shit, there's grass coming through the road and everything, and they said, oh, this is still in, like, early alpha build or whatever, it won't look like this whenever it comes out. But I guarantee you, it'll look something very similar to that, because they don't give a shit. They said they were going to have a new map out back in November, and it's August of 2016. So they said, oh yeah, a new map is going to be coming out in November of 2015. Right now, it is August, like I said, so that means that it has been 8 months, 9 months, okay, so 10 months since they said that, and still, we don't even have, like, a real map. You can go and play the map on the King of the Kill test server, but the problem is it's so fucking glitchy, you can't even switch weapon slots in your inventory without your game crashing. And if you die while playing King of the Kill on the test server, your game crashes. So, they're so stupid, and they're trying to get ahead of themselves, and they haven't done anything for the actual game that makes it better. All they've done is add new zombies and make it harder for the player to enjoy the game. I want to like this game. This game has so much potential and everything, but it's hard to like a piece of garbage. It's so bad. Not only that, the market for the game is outrageously stupid. there is an item called the skull bandana that is just a black bandana with a skull on it that doesn't even have that much detail. That's worth $300. And I thought the market for CSGO was bad. Hell no, nothing compared to this garbage. It is insane. I went on there a couple days ago, and there's some kit for a ghillie suit that's like $400. It's amazing. It's amazing how stupid people can be whenever they want something and whenever they're going to buy something. And it's even funnier how people still play the game because it is still in early access and nothing has changed and people still like the game. At one point the game almost got taken off the Steam market because not enough people were buying it. There were only like 6,000 active players and it had so much hype around it. If you even go to the H1Z1 store page on Steam, you can even look at the reviews. They're all mixed. No one really likes the game anymore, and if they do, they're just trying to play themselves, or they're delusional, because there's nothing good about this game. You can spend 4 hours on just survive, and you can run around, you can do all this and that, and I guarantee you won't have over 15 shotgun bullets. Or I can guarantee you that you can have a base, but it'll get fucked up by some stupid glitch or something. I tried jumping on top of my base a couple days ago and I died. My friend did the same thing yesterday, and not only that, if you try to pull a car into your base and you don't park it right, that shit'll explode out of nowhere. So much shit happens, and there are so many glitches. I got raided almost 2 weeks ago by some dude who drove up our ramp and into our base just because he could. Because that's an exploit in the game. And you could record it and send it to Daybreak, but they wouldn't do shit. They would just say, oh, well, don't make your base so accessible. But, you know, it's kind of hard to do whenever the shitty game doesn't fix itself in the first place. Or whenever they don't fix their shitty game in the first place. So yeah, nonetheless, H1Z1 is trash, and it's not going to be fixed until Daybreak gets off their ass and actually does something worth it. Because they are working for a new map, and they haven't even fixed the first one. And they are pushing out crates nearly every month, and the skins are almost always ugly and look like shit, and nothing in the game actually looks good. So, yeah, you have a game company that's not even remotely giving a fuck about the game that they created. You have a game that's insanely glitchy. You have got a game that looks like shit, even though it's been out for an entire year. You can even take Rust, for example. Rust is a game, it's been in early alpha for 3 years, which is a little bit ridiculous, yes. But it has, in fact, gotten a graphics update. It has gotten a bunch of new shit added in that doesn't break the game. It has gotten so much stuff, and it's still better than H1Z1. I mean, of course it's better than H1Z1. Every game is better than H1Z1, but still. Don't waste your money on this retarded game. It's absolute garbage, and I mean, if you don't believe me, you can go watch some other videos on how it looks, and it's absolutely terrible. There's nothing good about it. But, yeah, other than that, thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you all later.